I did. You did.
I did
We
too.
both did. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was very nice to be able to like not only just take a physical break, but a mental break, and literally, like you said, just get a reset.
Yeah, just being with family and friends, and this environment obviously is like there's a lot going on. So just being away from that, being able to put your feet up for a little bit and kind of recharge with your soul and everything, just felt so good. Coming back, we're refreshed and ready to get after it.
Did you get a chance to celebrate, both of you, your individual with international and then obviously with your team as well?
Yeah, a little bit. I think it was nice to be at home and be able to like see family I haven't seen in a while and like get to talk to them about all my experiences since I last saw them in like January. But yeah, got a little nice celebration, I guess you could say, and it was the 4th of July, so that was always nice.
Yeah, same thing. I mean, it was cool, it was chill. But again, like we have a lot left of the season, so I think it's getting ready for that, and then once the season's over, then we really get to celebrate.
The announcement this week that there's going to be a WNT game at CBKC. I mean, have you allowed yourself to dream about what it'd be like to suit up in your home stadium for the national team?
I actually was talking about it the other day with my family, and I think it'd be awesome to be able to be part of that. And I think you're hopeful always that you get to be a part of something like that and get to be a part of something like playing at home and playing at the first women's stadium in the world for women's sports. I think that's hopeful is a good word to put it, but I don't want to get my hopes up because I know there's a lot of great players in this country that I know Emma's looking for, and the possibility of being on that roster is there, but the possibility of being left off is there's also a chance for that.
Yeah, and just again to that, there's no entitlement in it, so you can't take anything for granted. So if we get the opportunity, it's amazing. This city's shown that it's such a women's sports city, so being able to bring the women's national team here is just going to emphasize that and just kind of go on about how much this city supports women's sports, and even just next year with the World Cup coming, it's amazing to see. So I'm excited for it. Hopefully we get to be a part of it, but again, you never know. It's a couple months until that camp, so just gonna wait until then.
What did you learn the most from your time with the U.S. Women's National Team? I mean, was there, obviously it's a different setup, you're trying to learn new players, you kind of have to learn a system on the fly, different things like that, but what were some of the takeaways for you guys?
I think one of the biggest takeaways for me is like being comfortable in uncomfortable situations. I think that environment is one environment that is so hard to adjust to because there's standards everywhere, but the standards there are, they've won so many World Cups, they've won so many Olympics, and being part of that environment and learning the U.S. Women's National Team way is really exciting, but knowing that you're going to be uncomfortable, there's going to be hard moments, there's going to be great players, and you're playing on a world stage in stadiums you've never played in before with girls who have won gold medals. I think trying to be as comfortable as you can and learn as much as you can in those situations is the biggest takeaway that I've had in camps.
Yeah, I agree with that too, is just being able to learn how to transition from one to the other, club to national team, back to club. It takes a lot, it takes time. I think Emma's preached that as well in a lot of her talks, that it takes a few camps for players to be a little bit more comfortable, and you can see it every time we step on the field. Hopefully we look a little more comfortable. I know I feel a little bit better when I'm out there longer. I'm assuming Michelle's the same way. I don't want to speak for her, but it's just kind of gaining that experience and trusting the process of it, because you're not going to go into that environment with all those amazing players and be the best one on the field. You need to just trust that it's going to come slowly, trust your abilities, trust the team, and trust that they are going to put that faith in you to hopefully let you execute what we all know what we can do.
How much different, you guys have been on youth national teams, right? How much different is it than that experience?
Yeah, I think it's just the standard of knowing that there's 4 stars on your chest, and some of the girls that you are playing with have won those. So knowing that there's the pressure of and the expectance from them that like you deserve to be here. So act like it, play like it, have that confidence, and hearing that from them and knowing that they've been to Olympics, knowing that they've been to World Cups is super helpful in your confidence. But it is a little crazy to know that that's the difference, is these players have been here for years longer than we have.
Yeah, and the youth teams, I think they do a great job getting you prepared. I played in the U20 World Cup last year, and then I played in U17 CONCACAF a few years ago. So just having those larger tournaments and international play under me definitely gets me prepared for this, and being able to adjust from one playing style to another depending on the country you're playing. It definitely helps in that sense. And just playing with people that you don't play on the daily basis. So just going into these camps, obviously it's more intense. I just say, like, the first time I showed up, even just the mailroom, everything that they have available to you, just the recovery modalities, everything. Like, it's amazing, and what they're doing for women's sports and how they're trying to just keep pushing the standard is truly incredible, and for us to be a part of it is nothing short of amazing.
Do you have any questions on Zoom?
Yeah, we've got a couple here in the Zoom chat. First is from Tom Persley of Shea Butter FC. Tom asks, how does the break help you recapture the form that has put you at the top of the table?
I can start with this one. I think it's a long season, as everyone knows, about a 10-month season, and injuries do occur. So I think this month has just really been about regenerating our team and making sure everybody's healthy and everyone's in the right mindset going into this next game. I think on Friday we just had some of our scout making sure we're all on the same page, reviewing what our standards are, what we expect from ourselves and each other on the field, and how we're going to set the tone going into this game Friday against Louisville. So, you know, we're an attacking team. We're going to fight hard. We fight hard for each other. And this past month has given players opportunities to get on the field that might not have had as many minutes over the beginning of the season, but everybody's ready. And going to the second half, we know that anyone can step on the field and make a difference.
Next is from Daniel Sperry of the Kansas City Star. For Michelle, you have had a strong start to the season. With the time off, how do you recapture or continue to build on that success in the next half of the season?
Yeah, I was talking to my family about this, but I think it's super important for me to just do the things that have been working for me. And obviously I've taken this past month to try and fine-tune the things that I want to get better at, and I think that's just going to be important for me going into the second half of the season, is making sure that I do what I've been doing, and that's going to help us naturally as a team continue to make strides in the table.
Awesome. And then the last one here in the chat, also from Daniel. This one's for Claire. You have had your share of midfield partners this season due to injuries. What do you think it says about your team and the position group that the level doesn't seem to drop when other players are out?
Again, it goes back to standard. I think our team has that expectation that anybody can step on and make a difference, and we've shown that. We've shown that this past month, and it just goes to show the trust that we have in the team, that Vlaco has in the team, and you're not going into any game unprepared because any player can step in, make a difference, and we're here to win a championship, and we know that we can do that no matter the lineup of who's on the field.
Are either one of you guys Ted Lasso fans?
Oh yeah, of course.
We love Ted Lasso.
I mean, just what's it been like to see Jason Sudeikis in a current jacket on the plaza, and you know, I know that they use CPKC Stadium, you know, and you guys are going to be featured in the show when season 4 rolls around. The current, what's that like to see that kind of clash of pop culture?
Well, we've seen that he's like been repping the Current, which is really cool. And I will get to say, I think you were playing, but I was injured this game, so I had like the pleasure of meeting him. But he's super awesome, and I think it's really exciting to see that the Current is going to be, or has the possibility to be represented on a stage as big as Ted Lasso. But I think it's super cool to see him here in KC, and I love that he's investing in what we're investing in as well, and we have like a shared mission.
Yeah, agree. I think it's amazing. I was talking to my parents the other day about it, and they're telling me like to basically go find wherever he is and get in the back of the film, and I'm like, I'm not weird like that. Y'all can come visit and do that, but I'm not doing that. But it's amazing, and I'm so excited to watch the new season and just see how they implement what we have here, and just the connection. Obviously he's from Kansas City, so showing his hometown roots and showing where he came from is awesome, and I think that's what all of us try to do in this setting, in this stage, is just remember where you came from. So for him to be able to do that and to even uplift us and uplift women's sports is incredible. So grateful to be a part of it, and it's gonna be awesome. I'm excited.
I mean, we've seen it with
That's all we've got time for. Sorry, they gotta get to training.
Okay.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.